So what we want to do is we want to quickly play what Michael Beasley had to say here about why he believes LeBron James is a GOAT and why he believes that people who are holding on to MJ are basically holding on to the past. So take a listen to what he had to say here.
Who's your GOAT?
Who's my GOAT all time?
Yep.
LeBron. And I can give you very compelling argument. If we had right here all the players from history, stats, no names.
Yep.
We stacked the best point guard, shooting guard, small forward, etc., whatever.
Yep.
You can put that man's stats up, and he can be the best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just come on. Like, I feel like people that's saying Michael Jordan is the GOAT, like, no disrespect, but y'all just holding on to old feelings.
So essentially, you heard what Michael Beasley had to say. Now let's go to the article and get into what they had to say here. So it goes, former Heat forward Michael Beasley became the latest to chime in on the GOAT debate, and it's no surprise who he chose. And then it goes on. After former NBA point guard Nate Robinson caught wind of Beasley's argument for LeBron James as the GOAT of basketball, he didn't hold back with his words of judgment. In a comment on Instagram, Nate destroyed his former NBA colleague, and it started a short exchange that went viral online. Bro, stop smoking weed. The reason we say Jordan is the best is because we have eyes and can see his game is just better, bro. It's okay, wrote Robinson. We know you're a LeBron fan, and that's okay. But Jordan made every human on this earth want to be like Mike, laughing out loud and wearing his kicks. I still haven't seen one human wear LeBrons with jeans or any regular outfit, LOL. Nate Robinson is an 11-year NBA veteran who spent much of his career battling against LeBron James. Meanwhile, Beasley was a teammate with LeBron and still defends him to this day. Ouch. I thought we were friends, replied Beasley. I get not agreeing with my opinion, but that jab hurt worse than seeing you plank on TV. Now, for those of you who are wondering what he's referring to by plank, Nate Robinson fought Jake Paul over a year and a half ago or so, where Jake Paul won that bout in a convincing manner, and everybody cracked jokes about it. But now it looks like Jake Paul is actually a fighter. So it looks like a lot of people laughing, and Nate Robinson would probably end up in the same situation that Nate Robinson would be in if he actually ended up fighting Jake Paul. But I digress. Anyway, what are my thoughts on this exchange? First of all, this is how it goes sometimes, man. Whenever these debates come up, people usually start going at each other's neck. Now, the comments that Michael Beasley made, did they have anything to do with what Nate Robinson made? No, they didn't. What happened was, I think Michael Beasley, one, didn't have a real rebuttal, and two, was probably caught off guard. I don't know why he would take it to that extent, because what he was referring to was an embarrassing moment for Nate Robinson, anybody, right? Being knocked out, especially for the world to see. So I'm not sure why he took that direction. I'm sure Michael Beasley felt like, okay, me saying this, I'm going to get a few laughs and a few giggles out of people, which I'm sure he probably did. But that doesn't mean that any of what he said was valid. To say that people are holding on to the past, it's not really a good argument to make. That's number one. Number two, there seems to be this negative connotation that is associated with things in the past, as if, well, things that happen in the past are inherently worse than things that are occurring today, or things that are, things that get produced or whatever. And that's just not the case. A prime example of this is movies. Some of the greatest Hollywood pictures are all movies that were produced in the past. Some of the greatest. You're going to tell me Scarface, Godfather, Goodfellas, and all of those movies are terrible because they're old? Well, that would be patently absurd. But nevertheless, people try to make that argument. I think that it is something that people kind of reach for when they don't really have anything tangible to say. So they reach for that and feel like as if they won the argument. They didn't. They just made a comment that had no connection to what they were discussing. What I would have preferred was Michael Beasley to respond with some points. Like, hey, listen, bro, I appreciate you having your opinion. You can kind of talk a little spicy or whatever, but at least hit him back with some facts. But to go about that hurt more and then seeing you getting planked on TV, that ain't got nothing to do with anything, man.